Hello, 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 John Mason. How is everybody? This Thursday, last Thursday, May the 1st, I had the honor of serving as a marshal in the May Day rally and parade, which was held on the north side of City Hall in Philadelphia. And thousands and thousands and thousands of people came to the rally to hear Bernie Sanders and to be with each other in his fight against fascism, American style. And hope we're connecting with each other, knowing that we're not alone. We have people who are with us, or allies. And hopefully, uh, those who want to suppress us and oppress us, uh, the corporate bosses want to squash unions, the, the immigrant hunters, the religious bigots and fanatics. Hopefully, we'll let them know that we will stand up to them and we will win. And May Day has been certainly losing its stigma as this commie holiday. It is recognized the world over as the International Day for Workers. And if you do a little research, you'll find that May Day has its origins in the labor struggles in the 1880s, and with the work to establish an 8-hour workday. And now I have to say some more about Donald, that guy. He continues to humiliate and embarrass this great country of ours by everything he does. He shows up at Pope Francis's funeral wearing a blue suit instead of the mandatory black suit, chewing gum, fiddling with his cell phone. And he demanded they be placed in the front aisle, right in front, so the cameras can be sure to get him. And now, a little after that, Trump has put out on Truth Social a picture of himself, AI generated, of himself as the Pope with the papal vestments and the mitre, etc. What brought that on? You remember in the first Trump administration, they had these digital trading cards with Trump as a cowboy, Trump as a firefighter, Trump as an astronaut, Trump as this big ripped muscled like or a body. What is he thinking? It's his mental health is bad. Let's put it like that. And there are so many who voted for him to act like this. That is the person leading our country. That is the public face of America, folks. And we want to show the world the true face of America. Workers out on the streets demanding a fair shake, just like in 100 years ago, 150 years ago, or further back were treated as criminal conspiracies. That's the true face of America. And the true face of America is also the protest against the arrest and deportation of even citizens, American citizens, the deportation of people who have no criminal record, good, honest, law-abiding, hardworking folks, members of our communities, being grabbed without any due process, except for bashing down the door to arrest them. And there have been protests against ICE's activities, standing up for the rights of our neighbors and friends who are in this situation. Let's keep that up. That also is the true face of America. And the true face of America is also Harvard University, and is standing up to Trump and his attempts to control what goes on in the university. Who come together, who did not bow the knee to Trump, who did not give up, who are standing up to him. That's what we need. That also is the true face of America. Americans standing up for tyranny. That's the true face of America. Let's show that face to the world and to each other. Yes, Trump is the ultimate end game, the fulfillment, shall we say, of all the racism and neo-fascism that has gone on in this country from the beginning, and it's really solidified at the end of the Second World War, when the corporations who were finally brought under heel by the FDR's New Deal, told they couldn't oppress workers or the consumers. They wanted their power back. And it sure helps their game when they see all these people, these low-income white people, who don't care if they never get their kids in college, don't care if they ever get decent medical care, a decent wage, but who don't want the people of color advancing ahead of them. Their so-called racial superiority is a sham and a fraud. Let's realize that, gang. And in Pennsylvania, May 20th is primary election day. All my Pennsylvania people, I urge you to get out there and vote. I'll be doing my part, working my local election board. Get out there and vote. These local elections for county row offices and city offices, and these special elections, they are significant. They send a message to Donnie Winey and his weirdos. Get out there and vote. They'll get the message sooner or later. However, we gotta do it. Okay, then. On that cheery note, advertisements. All this work I do, all this media work I do, like this video and and the podcast and the blog and the fiction and the poetry, they're all work. Therefore, I need to be paid for this work to compensate for the cost of putting all this on my platforms and move it a step further. And so I am asking you for your support. Please click the website below, johnomason.com, and click either the PayPal button or the Buy Me a Coffee button and see what you can give. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And also, my novel, Soldier of the Cross, is available on Amazon.com. It's the story of David Lucas, who, as a young man in the early 60s, is a drunk and a horde chaser and a school bully. He gets in trouble in the army. He comes out of the army as a born-again, fanatical Christian, wanting to be a manly man for Jesus. But how he goes about it leads him into disaster. Please look it up. Soldier of the Cross on Amazon.com. And also, Hamperific is a lovely little CBD product store located on Snyder Avenue near 15th Street in South Philadelphia. There you'll find some of the finest cannabis-infused products. Gummies and candies and tea and flour and lip balm and hand sanitizer and dog treats. Dog treats, yeah. Look at them up, please. HemperificLLC.com. And also my beloved career and business coach, Michelle Snow. Michelle is way excellent in helping you develop your professional career or small business. Let you know what you're doing right, where you need work, help you network with other up-and-coming entrepreneurs and professionals. Please look her up. growwithsnow.com. Alrighty then. The fight is on, cats and kittens, my fellow Americans. And we're not going on the mat just yet. We're picking ourselves up, and we're going to keep slugging for the people, for ourselves, for our children. We got this, Americans. Thank you.